before I get too in depth. Okay, so thank you everybody for joining me. Hello, Heather. We'll say welcome. Okay, so hi, I know not all of you follow me on Instagram. It's Thrifting is my beach as well. And I posted a video a couple hours ago about like this ThredUP fiasco. Hi Tom. And so I'll try to be brief, but I probably won't if you know me. I can't tell a short story. So ThredUP has not notified anybody via email or anything, but a couple of people that sell on ThredUP noticed that some of their inventory was showing as unavailable on their website. So they reached out to customer service, and I've actually seen screenshots of this where customer service has said that the warehouse in Vernon Hills, I think it's Vernon Hills, Illinois, is closing and their inventory will be unavailable. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, sorry, my son just fell flat on his face. Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah.
Scared me. Sorry, he's looking for something before he goes to bed. What are you looking for?
My dad will head open.
Your blocks?
No,
Sorry, guys.
My kid block. My kid block.
Okay.
Face it open.
Sorry.
No,
Mom life. Okay, buddy, please go upstairs. What?
He went away.
Okay, he ran away. All right, go back up to bed. Okay. So it's Chip, and he is only in his underwear. I would have him say hi, but he needs to go to bed. Okay, so ThredUP's warehouse. Hey everyone. My 3-year-old had to distract me. Okay, so the ThredUP warehouse is closing, according to at least 2 reports from customer service. And so what they're doing is people's items that are stored at the Vernon Hills warehouse is actually no longer for sale until it is sent to a different warehouse, which I don't know if it's going to be going to Pennsylvania or if it's going to Georgia. I'm not sure. I have not heard that another warehouse is actually opening to take Illinois' place. So it's kind of concerning that they are downgrading, decreasing the amount of storage that they have. I'm not quite sure what the reasoning is, and they probably will never tell us. But yeah, so if you go into your kits and you previously have had stuff at Vernon Hills, yeah, you're going to be in limbo. They said it can take up to 2 weeks for your items to be actively listed. So I don't know. Luckily, I personally don't have anything there. My kits stopped going there in July. So anyways, that's the news I have for you. With that, there is a few other small side notes to ThredUP, which is kind of just expected. So I have had one ThredUP payout this week, and it was actually a pair of jeans that I had. It was a pair of maternity jeans by the company A Glow, and I made a whole $6.96 from those, but they were personally mine, and so it's just, pure profit. I will continue to have some decent payouts, but it'll probably be a couple more weeks. And after that, I will no longer have payouts. I have 4 kits that are currently supposed to be processed. I don't even have dates. They were not sent expedited because I don't want those fees. I'm guessing it'll be spring. So I'll keep you guys updated when those are processed. So also a little side note as well, I got a ThredUP rescue box. It was a denim DIY 50-pound box the other day. And I did not have standards at all for this box because I got one back last April and it was pretty poor in my opinion. So I went into it with like no expectations, and I think I can triple my money. And so that was decent. The other thing was I got a few reclaims back this last week, and I had a David's bridal dress that was actually damaged. It wasn't major damage, like I can still sell it. There were a few very faint blemishes, and then there was one that actually looked like super glue, and it was like slightly yellow. I don't know what it was. It was disgusting. And there was also a snag, and it was like this very thin chiffon fabric, and it's dry clean only. And so I reached out. Hey, Rosie, get down. Sorry, our dog is not allowed on our furniture anymore. And so they paid me out almost $10, and I'm okay with that because it was David's bridal. I paid like $1.50, and I actually turned the dress inside out and washed it on Delicate. And I think that nasty stain did come out, and I can sell it for like $20. But yeah. Okay. The next item I had, okay, so continuing on with what I had said earlier about this warehouse in Illinois closing, it is kind of concerning. Hi, Ellie. Welcome. Just because, ThredUP has had several changes within their company, and just recently they became like I guess 2 weeks ago, they became a public company. And so it is, especially with everything going on right now. So of course I went into like detective mode and was trying to figure out why this warehouse would be closing. So I simply just went to Google and typed it in and found nothing. So then I looked it up and looked at like the street, and yes, it's still open. It says, according to their website. There's a phone number you can call, but I didn't call it. You can feel free to call that number. I did go to their Facebook page, and they do not update it. I simply typed in one of their threads, are you guys closing? And so I didn't get a response. It's been one day. And then I also there was an email that was provided for when you are going to go in bulk purchase at the clearance center, which is also located at their warehouse. I think it's called their clearance center. And I've personally never been there, but I also, hi Darylyn, thanks for joining. And so I emailed them as well and asked, and I haven't gotten a response back yet. Then I went to LinkedIn, and people you may know, I don't know why, but it popped up as an employee at ThredUP. And the person had been working there for over 4 years. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to try. So I clicked add connection, and a few minutes later, the person confirmed it. So we had a connection, which means I could message this employee that works there. And so I just simply said, that I'm a seller on ThredUP, and maybe I shouldn't have said that, but I just want to be completely honest, because if I got any information from this employee, I would share it with you guys, because we're all curious what's really going on. And I just simply stated that I would like to have an informal interview with this person in regards to ThredUP and stuff, and they haven't responded either, so they probably won't. I know when you go, for instance, when I used to work at Goodwill, we signed a piece of paper saying that we would not talk to media about the company, and that strictly HR's, one person was delegated to do that. So they will most likely get in trouble. I'm not sure if it's different with ThredUP or whatever, but I did try, and I will keep you guys informed if, I get any information, because I'm a little bit invested into it now. So, okay. So like I said, I told you about that dress that was damaged earlier. I know, people share with me several times a week about the troubles that they're having with ThredUP. And at this point, I feel like you just kind of need to lick your wounds. There have been a few people that they have a lot of high-end pieces that are there, and some of them have gotten lost or damaged, and they're getting paid out. There was one person, I'll have to pull up the message thread that I spoke with yesterday, and I feel so bad. She had a Poshmark closet, and she sent in almost her whole Poshmark closet, and there have been several issues. And I feel really bad. Like, she had sent in a Max Mara dress, and it had an attached slip, like the slip was sewn into the dress, and they ripped the slip out, and so the dress was damaged, and they won't pay her out because she doesn't physically have the dress. And I think this is also one of the items that is being moved from the Illinois warehouse. So she's not going to get it till who knows when. They can't inspect the damage until it's at this other warehouse. And I'll have to go back. There's a pair of Gucci, there's a Kate Spade bag, and Gucci heels that disappeared. And so they went back through her bags, and they said that they would give her $46 for a Kate Spade purse and Gucci shoes, because her average price, like her profit or whatever of her bags, was $46. Can you imagine having a Kate Spade bag, which is as huge of a deal as Gucci shoes? I would be so upset. And I don't know. And then she previously said that she had sold a Louis Vuitton purse on ThredUp's website for $1,300. So she doesn't know how they're getting this average of $46. She was telling me of all these high-end things, and I'm like, there's no way you have an average of $46. So just be warned if you are new with ThredUp. Personally, I would only send stuff as liquidation that you just want to pretty much donate and you don't really care about and you don't have much money invested in, because it sounds really bad at the moment. And if you're watching this at a later date, it is January 28th, 2021. So, yes, Megan, so you checked, do you have any at the warehouse in Illinois? I really hope not, because I would just be really concerned, not only 2 weeks of your items just kind of not doing anything, but when ThredUp packages up an item and sends it off and then has to kind of almost reprocess it, hang it up, the chances of it getting dirty or damaged, it's very risky. So yeah, Ellie, probably a good move. If you were to watch videos from like over the summer, I was over the moon with ThredUp. I was doing really well. And then it came to a screeching halt pretty much in, I think September is when I kind of pulled back, because I realized it's not going to be profitable in the future. So there are still some people out there that are very brave and actually still making money on there, and great for them. Like, I think I want to wait maybe a little bit until I know what's going on, if they release a statement or anything like that, to see if the company is like doing okay before I would send items. And my cost of goods are always really low, like only $1 or pretty cheap. And I don't think I would send them clothes. I think I would lean more towards shoes and purses and accessories. Oh, that's good, Megan. Whew. Okay. Now, sorry guys, my throat's getting dry. So, okay. Now, I mention every week about Poshmark and how it's a public company and you can actually buy stock in Poshmark if you want to. But I bought Poshmark stock. Actually, my husband bought it, and I didn't mean for him to buy it because it was at a high price of like $100, and we just got one share because I don't want to risk money like that. But so he got me one share at $100, and it was on the second day of it being open, so of course it was inflated, and now it's down to $71.66. So just wanted to throw that out there. I don't know. I should have done more research, or Matt told me, which was my husband, told me to wait a week, and I should have listened to him, and actually he bought the stock. And I'm like, wait, didn't you say you're going to wait a week? And he's like, yeah, but I want you to learn like how the stock market goes. I'm like, no, this is our money. Well, technically it's probably his. Well, ours, because we're married, but I don't know. And they sold better than donating. Yeah. Okay, so that was the whole Poshmark stock. I just check it, I don't know, probably every other day. And I simply go to Google and just, it's easy to look up. And non-reseller related, just for a second. I don't know. I never really cared about the stock market before, but my husband's been into it a little bit more recently, and it's making history. A lot of financial experts have never seen anything like this in their career, and it's leaving these hedge funds like frazzled. Because there's all of these like Reddit investors that have bought a lot of nostalgia stock from companies that are pretty much almost going bankrupt, like GameStop, BlackBerry, I think Naked. My husband actually has done well with Naked because he bought stock in that, and others. So GameStop right now, and it's going down, but it was worth, earlier today, it was worth more than Delta. So it's kind of crazy, and I don't know. It's just uncertain times, and I don't know. I'm not a stock market expert, but I wanted to throw that out there. So, okay. Next, that is reseller related. If you are familiar with Pyrex Ship, they are an online shipping service where you can go to the website and directly print USPS shipping labels. They go by cubic metrics, and so sometimes if you have a heavier package but it's not that big, like it's under 18 inches, it can be cheaper to ship it through PyreXShip.com. And you can integrate your eBay and like your Etsy store so you don't have to retype all that information in. I use it a lot of the times. And they, I think just yesterday, or maybe even today, announced that previously you could print off like your international shipping labels and ship it directly to the buyer. And they are actually changing that to have the package go to, they're going to have a Pyrex Ship warehouse, and they won't change any of your packaging, but they'll put the international label on the package and then send it to the buyer. So, it'll take probably, I don't know, maybe an extra up to a week. I don't know where their actual warehouse will be in the States, but apparently their simple export rate for international sales are very affordable for first class. So, I may consider with not going into or not continuing with the GSP program that eBay offers, where the international buyer, they do have to pay more in some kind of fee that is related with eBay's international service that they do. But currently my items will go to eBay's warehouse like in Kentucky, and then they'll put the label on it and ship it, and I just feel safe, like I'm more protected. But with this whole Pyrex Ship, I may consider, because I don't have tons of international sales. So if I have this, I feel like people internationally will be wanting to buy my items more because there won't be that heavy fee that eBay has. So let me know in the comments. Do you guys use Pyrex Ship? Do you guys use eBay's GSP program, or do you ship direct? I would love to hear that, because that's something that I think I should try to offer. I have done it a few times, and one time I was really nervous. I sent a piece of jewelry, and it wasn't fine jewelry, because I think I sent it to Thailand, and you cannot send precious metal or stones, jewelry like that to Thailand. But it wasn't fine jewelry, and it was just like costume jewelry, and so I sent it to them. And they said that they were like royalty over in Thailand, like the cousin to whoever the main lady is. I don't remember the name, but that was interesting. And that went okay, but I'm just like nervous. So, all right, Alicia, thanks for popping in. Okay, so Pyrex Ship. I love them. I've been using them for, I think, at least a year, and I wish I would have known about them sooner. Okay, the next for reseller news is List Perfectly. I know you guys have heard me talk about List Perfectly a lot. It's a Google Chrome extension where you cross post from multiple platforms. I sell on like 7 or 8 platforms. And thank goodness, or I would probably be in trouble because I only had 3 eBay sales this week. But luckily they were for higher amounts, so it kind of equaled out. But the news for List Perfectly is that they now offer unlimited storage for your products / like your inventory. So you can hold more on List Perfectly. Previously, they had limits, and so people were, I think, hesitant to do that. They also have features that I was not aware of. They have the delist, relist feature, and they also have a feature where when you sell an item on one platform, I have to go quickly and delete it on all the other platforms, and sometimes I may forget. And so they also have a feature for the end a listing, and it will end it across all the platforms. But you do have to start the listing in List Perfectly, which would change up how I list because I first initially usually list in eBay. So it would be a change to how I start listing, but I think long term it would be beneficial. So yes, Ellie, thanks for mentioning that. I forgot. Was it a couple days ago? I finally made 1,000 subscribers, which is big for YouTube. I know 1,000 is hardly any, but it just adds a few perks. One of them possibly being monetized. I had checked previously and I had made like how many minutes, they're supposed to be like watch minutes, and I had made that milestone. So I mean, you hardly get paid for anything, and it's the AdSense that you get paid for. So like when you watch commercials, so like for these lives, I don't know that I will make any money, but yeah, if you're not subscribed yet, which I'm guessing everyone is, but if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And I see I have 5 likes. Don't forget to like this video on your way out. Okay, so after List Perfectly, another thing I would like to share is my friend Darylyn. Her name on here is The Purple Boutique Outlet. She just started. Let me tell you, she has so many talents, and each time I talk to her, I'm like learning something new about her, and it just amazes me. So she is a veteran. She also started making 20-ounce tumblers on Etsy. And if you go to the description in my video, I have the link to her Etsy store. They are quite affordable. And she has 2 up now. One's anime and the other one is a Starbucks theme. They're 20-ounce metal tumblers with a lid, and they are so freaking cute. She also offers personalization, and anytime I can support like a small seller, I'm all for it. And I also need to drink more water. It can work really for anything. I mean, it's metal, so it can hold coffee, it can hold your water, but I need to drink more water. And so I feel like if I get this tumbler, I'll be encouraged to drink more water. So you should go to the description in my video, head over and support another seller, Darylyn. She is very creative. So yes. Okay. Now moving on to my weekly sales. This video will probably not be a full hour, but we will wait and see. I'm going to go over my sales, and then I have a first I'm going to go over my weekly sales report that includes all my numbers. So you guys get to see everything. And this is also to hold me accountable because I have hardly been working. I've had headaches / migraines all week. Was it yesterday? No. I think today was like my first day that I felt okay. And I'm still not 100%, like I'm still having other symptoms, but I'm just rolling with it. So I have hardly worked, but I'm not beating myself up over it. Before I would get like guilt that I wasn't working enough on my business. And at this point, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to roll with it because my kids are only little for so long and I'm doing okay. So now I'm going to switch over. Oh yeah, Ellie, I forgot. I'm not for sure, but think they're called super chats. I've given a few super chats out. I don't know, do you guys ever watch Posh Boss Blake? He is hilarious. Oh my gosh, I love him. When he would get like a super chat, he would do something really funny, and he used to do collabs with Denali and some other people, and if he got one, it would be hilarious. It was like Saturday night something. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, super chat, yeah. I'm not for sure that you can do it now. I don't know. That's interesting to know, but yeah, that's another feature also that I had completely forgotten about. But let's get started with my weekly sales, and they are, like I said, the last, 3 weeks I've had probably record low sales, I think. But I'll show you anyways, because I show you everything. Also note, I'm in my robe. I got this. It's Barefoot Dreams. I'm kind of on a kick with them right now. I have never kept anything or wore anything of theirs, and I love it. Now I'm going online and buying everything really cheap, obviously. So yeah, I'm in love with this. Okay, let's go ahead and go over to my sales. Hi, Stacy. Thanks for hopping on. I'm just going to go over my weekly sales, and the screen will go black for like one split second. And then I will pop up my sales. And like I said, this sheet is available that you can download and have it for yourself. So, all right, let me go ahead and switch on over for you guys. Here we go. Okay, so, I didn't type in the week. Whoops. Okay, well, this is from last Thursday to this Thursday for 7 days. And as you see here, I have a total of 12 sales. Ouch. Normally, I have like 20, at least 20. And so, yeah, my sales are definitely down. As you see here, 3 eBay, 0 Etsy or shoptrilling. Poshmark, sorry, I live by train tracks. It's just part of my life. Poshmark, I had 4. Mercari, I had 2. Facebook, I had 3. Sorry, I had to type out the words because if I kept typing in the numbers, they kept correcting me as it's February 3rd. So, and then that was a total outgoing of 12 orders. So then it's broken down into gross sales. Now, keep in mind these gross sales includes shipping, although I always have the buyer pay for shipping. So then down below it's, oh my gosh, guys, this is a little ridiculous. Shipping is $104.80. I did have a couple heavier items. Like I said, I don't just sell clothes. I sell hard goods. And so I did have a couple of larger items going out this week. So I'm going to scroll down. As you see, there's my gross sales for a total of $636.61. However, you got to take into consideration all of the fees, which you can see in parentheses. The fees are broken down. And let's see. So as you know, well, maybe you don't, but Facebook Marketplace fees is only 5%. So I love that. Like, that is an amazing, I love it. So yes, please. So there's my total cost of $205.01. Now, as I've told you before, my cost of goods are very, very low. I am cheap. I will pay up for something if I think I can make decent profit on it, but I only spent $40 right here for cost of goods. And so my net for the week is $431.51. Like I said, that's not the greatest, but I guess it's better than nothing. And I had a couple of higher dollar items sell that I'll show you here in a minute. So my average sale price was $35.96, which is great because it's normally lower than, like $10 lower than that at least. But let's go through platform by platform and see these items, okay? So here we have a Lennox bird snow globe. If I find musical snow globes, I always look them up. They're very collectible. You want to look out for snow globes though, because if they are older, sometimes some of the water is actually missing or it's yellowed. If the water is discolored, don't buy it. And you always want to look closely for any nicks, like small little nicks and chips that can decrease the value of the item. But surprisingly, I found this at the bins, still in the box with the styrofoam, brand new condition. Honestly, guys, I think it was brand new. There was slight wear to the box, but that was it. So I paid, I think I had to pay by the pound, so it was $9. But as you see there, I sold it for $89.99, and shipping was $15.55. So that's what the buyer paid for shipping. I usually make a little bit of money on shipping because I get discounts, and I am currently like a top rated seller, and so you get additional shipping discounts. All right, next. These are kind of creepy in my opinion. Christmas Carol dolls from Department 56. If you're not familiar, Department 56 Christmas or just Department 56 stuff in general can have a decent resale value, as this shows. Now, I previously looked these guys up and the comps weren't that great. However, I shoot high and eventually the other competitors sell. And as you see, I paid $6 for these two and sold them for $100. And yes, I sell Christmas stuff all year round. Here's close-ups of their face. Aren't they they just look crazy, right? I don't know. Okay, next. Torrid. Now, you're probably wondering, how can you sell a used Torrid coat for $100, right? Well, I'll show you why. Torrid Outlander is a collaboration that makes this valuable. It's a limited edition from Outlander, the TV series, which, if you don't know, I really love this show. They actually released season 4 yesterday on Netflix. So after this live, I'm probably going to go on and watch episode 1. So yes, just this plaid. It's, Scottish themed with cool buttons, and Torrid is plus size. Well, not technically. I think their size, 0 and 1 is like large, extra large. But yeah, $100. And I paid, I think $1.50, maybe $2 for this. So I have had it for sale for about a month. There were like 25 watchers on it, and it did sell. And now this sold with promoted listings, so you have to keep in mind, I think I have a 6% additional fee, but I did break that down in my fees previously in that spreadsheet. Okay, moving on to Poshmark. My closet name here is Basic to Bougie. If you're ever curious, I try to put all my store names in the description down below, so you can always go and check them out. I don't hide any of my solds, and as you see, I hardly sell anything at the moment, so. Okay. These shoes, I had no idea what they were when I got them. They just felt like good quality. They were at the bins here in Des Moines. I got them on my last trip, probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. And nubuck suede on the shoes. They just said ED, so I didn't know what they were, but then I simply Googled it and found out that it's the shoes made by Ellen DeGeneres. They are quite popular and got quite a bit of attention on them right away and sold within a week for $30. I can't remember if these were best offer or if they sold for full price. I'm pretty sure that was a best offer. I think I had them listed at $40 and they sold at $30. And I got those at the bin, so I probably paid $2. This item here is Carter's. The only reason I listed it is because of the novelty print. It has dinosaur skeleton. Are there skeletons? Or no, maybe just regular dinosaurs on there. And I figured, hey, someone may pay for that. Who knows? And I was right. It was listed for probably like 4 months, but this was my kids, so it's all pure profit. I had it listed for 14 and took a best offer of 10, which, I made like $7, but hey, I'm trying to get myself to list lower dollar items. I don't know. My sales have been so slow. So I'm like, well, maybe I need to change up my business. So here we go. Next one is Lululemon. I know I could have found this style probably on lulufanatics.com, They have all the Lululemon styles there with names. This was an older one. It was slightly cropped. And I spent $8 on this. I was going to keep it, but I didn't like how it was shorter. I don't like my stomach hanging out. I prefer it covered. So I did list it for $50, and guys, it did take a while to sell. I had this listed for probably at least 6 months, if not 9 months, and had it listed for $50. Took best offer of $40, and I'll take it. The next item, which is so weird because I pass on Torrid all the time, but I sold 2 Torrids this week. So here's another one. Got this for like $1 or $1.50. Cute style. It's a really cute coral pink, and I think I had it listed at $40, and it sold best offer of $35. Okay, now to Facebook. So here we have Free People floral blouse. Now I know the picture looks like crap. You should have seen ThredUp's picture. It was even crappier. This is a ThredUp reclaim. I did previously try to sell this myself, and it didn't sell. So I took new pictures, and I see how, okay, so on the side of that sleeve, it has beautiful embroidery. Like, isn't that just gorgeous? And it was hard to see from the main photo, so that's kind of why I made the collage. I do that with some of my items. Like, if there's a really cool thing on the back, I'll make a collage and have it with the front and then a picture of the back together. So anyways, this sold, I believe, overnight for $30 and on Facebook Marketplace. And keep in mind that Facebook only charges 5% fee. So I always have the lowest price on Facebook because I know with fees and stuff, I'm still going to make the same amount of money. I don't know what I just did. Sorry. All right. Next is Uggs Bailey bows. These were, as you see, there's some slight discoloration on the top. I got 2 pairs of Uggs at my bins trip a couple weeks ago. Now with Uggs, they get discolored from wear, salt. All I do is toss them in the washer, and then I stuff them and have them air dry. And then you can, if you want, use a suede brush and brush it back out so it's soft. But these still did have some discoloration, and as you can see at the top, there was like fuzzies from being worn like socks. And so I just priced them low, $20 on Facebook, and they did sell there as well. And there were 6, a smaller size. Sorry, I keep clicking the wrong thing. All right, so next, I almost kept these. They were so cute. These are tall boots, but they can also be like folded down, which I love the fuzzy short boot look. They were gray. They were my size. But the issue and why I only priced them at $25, because, that's a steal. These retail for about $220, which is completely ridiculous. But I'll show you. Like I said, I just stuck these in the washer. And when I put stuff, I only put these on Facebook. When I take pictures for Facebook, I don't make them look as nice because it's Facebook. Okay, so this is why I did not keep these boots myself and why they were priced so low, because I cannot fix that. There is significant wear to the tip of that boot, and that's why these got one pair of boots sold for, or not, they had over 1,000 views, and the other one had almost 1,000 views. And keep in mind, these were for sale for maybe a day. Crazy. All right. Moving on to Mercari, which I almost forgot. Mercari's, hit or miss for me, but ThredUp reclaims shocked me. These sold within a day of listing. Tommy Hilfiger, size 14, so it's a good size. They're like this really cute coral pink, which is hard to photograph. I did use ThredUp's pictures. Yes, I use their pictures. As long as they're decent, I will use them. And yeah, I don't know, $15, and then the buyer paid for shipping. That was nice. And I paid, $1.50 for those. And then this next item, which I guess is my last weekly sale, but I've had these Pyrex dishes. They're like mini casserole dishes. I've had them for sale for over 2 years. I actually had forgotten them, and I was trying to make banana bread the other day, which I epically failed. And So I got those out thinking maybe I could cook my banana bread in them, but they were quite small. So I opened the box and lo and behold, they sold the next day on Mercari. Now, if you look at that shipping fee of $9.62, that's because it was so cheap back then. Like 2 years ago, their shipping fees were so good. But yeah, so, I'll take it. I think I got those like at an auction. They came with a bunch of other dishes, so hardly paid anything for those. But those were my weekly sales. Let's switch it over and see if you guys have any questions in the chat. Let me pull back up my YouTube so I can see the chat, guys. All right, so let's see. Yeah, so yeah, I know. I think once, well, not once, but if, and I don't know that it's going to happen, but the $2,000 stimulus check that we supposedly may get, may not. I think if that actually happens, then we will see a surge in sales. When we got the first relief check, was it March? I had record sales. It was a great month for me, and not so much since. So I don't know. So Shop Thrilling, yes. Like I said, I have been listing my ThredUP reclaims. It's easy to do. I'm tired of looking at them, so I've been listing them as they came, and I have a huge stack in my garage. So I have not been listing vintage, which means I have not been listing new inventory on shoptrilling.com. I made sales a few weeks ago. I would say it is comparable to Etsy, and I only have 100 and some in my Shop Thrilling store and my Etsy store. But I believe if you could regularly list, that it would be a profitable place to put your items. The issue is listing there. It's slightly different than the other platforms, and you can't cross post obviously because it's not linked with List Perfectly. So yeah. So Ellie, selling hard goods, I do love it. You do need to have decent storage until the item sells. That's something I didn't think about. I do have decent storage here at my house. I work out of my home and I keep my inventory all here. So yes, hard goods, I simply Google, or not Google, but I look everything up on eBay. And unless you're really good at packaging glassware and you have patience, I would necessarily not buy glassware. I know some people love it. There are always exceptions. And yes, I still buy glassware, even though I completely don't like it when it sells, but some things do really well. You can ask Darylyn, Purple Boutique. She's made a killing with some teacups recently, like hundreds and hundreds of dollars per teacup. So yeah, I love the Lavender Clothesline. She finds amazing stuff, and she sells hard goods and clothing. Also, I told you Katie and Vicky earlier on YouTube. I seriously just watch other YouTube channels and I comp everything on eBay. Not only vintage hard goods, but even modern hard goods. Like if they're discontinued, there's always a resale value for them. So, next, let's see. The sweaters sold within 20 minutes to find one of, hello Bethel. You said you managed to find one of the sweaters. Are you talking sweaters from Torrid, like the Outlander limited edition ones? I can't remember. That's great though. 20 minutes. Yeah, so I actually went into Mercari because Mercari, for some reason, I can always find great deals if I'm looking at the right time. I just save my search, and when I check notifications on the Mercari app, I look and see what new listings are for. So like I look up Barefoot Dreams, I look up some things for my kids, and I also look up now Torrid Outlander. And some things have sold for cheap. Most people know how to price it, but some people are just looking to get rid of it. We'll price it cheap and I will snatch it up and then sell it myself. So, oh, Outlander, yeah. Oh, wait, did you sell that on Mercari? I saw one sell, was it today? And you took an offer, if that was you on Mercari. And I was like, oh man, I could have got that. Yes, yeah, Starbucks mugs. Yes, they can do well. I have found one, but it wasn't a very sought after mug, and so I think I sold it for like $20. But yeah, hard goods. I love selling hard goods. I usually get them at the bins if I find them because my thrift stores around here are usually marked up. So, all right, guys. Well, it's been almost 50 minutes. Oh, no, that wasn't you. That's great. I love those flips, don't you? Where it's like, ugh, yeah. All right, well, I'm trying to think of the last. Hey, babe, when's the last time I went thrifting? I have an addiction, guys. It's really bad. I went to Salvation Army. Was it last weekend? Okay, so it's been almost a week, right? Yeah, it's been almost a week. I'm going to try to hold strong and not thrift this weekend because I have, as you guys always know, I have a big death pile. But let's see if I can get some work done this weekend. I hope you guys stay, I don't know, happy, healthy, and yes, fast flips. See, I'm like a long tail seller, I guess you would call. And so I'm trying to let things go because I buy so low. I'm trying to just be like, okay, yeah, that's good profit. You know, I'll let it go. And that's my downfall is I try to be like, oh, I think I can get $5 more. And then, you know, I lose the sale. So yes, it's so bad. And if it wasn't for me having such a huge death pile, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But I thrift so much and then I can't get it listed. And then I go thrift again. So yeah, it's like a circle. I just, you know. Oh, no, you're fine. Hey, you're being productive. Something I have not. I think I photographed things once this week, and it was just my ThredUP reclaims. So, all right. Well, I'm going to go watch Outlander season 4. Something also, if you guys have TikTok, I post occasional TikToks. It's usually like related to my cats, sometimes my kids, sometimes reselling. I don't follow that many people on TikTok, and so look me up. It's Thrifting is my beach too, and follow me, and I can follow you back, and we can be friends. All right. How can you stand what, Stacy? To sell stuff and good offers. Yeah, I don't know. If there's any more ThredUP news, you know, I'll always make a video, let you guys know, put on Instagram. Okay, well, I'm going to go enjoy some mommy time with no kids. I tell you what, I can't even go to the bathroom without my 1-year-old freaking out. So then she has to go into the bathroom with me, and the whole time she's trying to rip apart the toilet paper. So between my toddler and my kitten, it's usually a mess in our bathroom. So, all right, well, my time is up. Name on TikTok. Oh, I'll type in the chat. Sorry, guys. Thrifting is my beach. I'm trying to keep it easy for everyone. I wonder why that's red. Oh, probably because I typed it. Also, go check out Purple Boutique Etsy store. And nope, that's not it. Okay. Yeah, don't forget to check out Darylyn's Etsy store. And if she doesn't have more tumblers up today, just favorite her store and go back in a couple days because she is going to be adding more. And I've seen them and they are amazing. She is so talented. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to get off here like I've said for like 4 times. But have a Thriftalicious day, everyone. Bye.